Hi guys, Jared here at Day Traders FX. I hope you guys are having a great week. We've had some crazy wild movement in these markets, and let's talk a little bit about what it is and what we're expecting and what we're looking for and so on. Quickly, just a quick little peek at U.S. markets. I haven't seen one of these in a year or two. It feels like, I don't know, maybe I'm just forgetting here, but the Dow's down 350 points today. It's closed 354 points. S&P down 41 points. I mean, huge moves down, about 2.5% down on both markets there. Gold's taken a big dive. Oil has moved down, or excuse me. Well, gold and oil, yes, but specifically gold has moved down an incredible amount. We'll look at that gold chart in a moment. Just a quick look at what we have for news coming out the rest of the week. We've had tons of stuff out already. Going into Friday, we've just got a couple of Canadian reports, which can definitely get the dollar CAD and some of those other Canadian pairs moving, so keep an eye on that, the CPI and retail sales. Okay, so let's have a look at some of these pairs here. Specifically, let's see what this euro dollar is doing. The euro dollar has made this incredible run down, and has just gone crazy. So we've come off the top of this weekly channel that we've been talking about for quite some time. You can see that the weekly chart here, we may or may not end up with a bullish engulfing candle, but we'll be close to it. We'll see how that goes. But regardless, this is a nice reversal pattern. We're coming off of that top trend line. Everything's looking pretty good there. So far so good. You can also see in the runs here. Let me just. I'll put some Fibonacci levels here on just a moment, but these Fibonacci's right here, you can see that this move down has just barely reached the 38% level, pushed through it just a little bit, and it's pulling back, bouncing off of that, and hopefully we'll see that continuation down even lower. So nice little move there, but what I'm looking for in the shorter term is right now on the euro. I think that if we go against this high to low area here, you can see that our 23% fib has been crossed, and then it's back down below, and it's back up above. So I think we're going to get a little bit of a move higher, at least into the low of this little run here area, and that's kind of where a 38% fib is as well. So around 132.50, 60 area. I think we have a pretty easy run going into that. And so I'm going to be looking for an opportunity to short in this area here. Now, yesterday we were looking for a short probably closer to the daily pivot point. We may have to be looking for shorts more around the 132, kind of 80, 90, 13300 area. So we might have to lower that a little bit. We'll be shorting against this high right here, so we're looking at some large stops, but it should be a nice little mover. I think we'll get some good opportunity there, and so let's just keep our eyes and ears open for that. It should be a nice little move, but a run higher and short somewhere, somewhere at or below 13300 is where I'll be looking to get short euro dollar, and taking it down to at least 131.50, if not 130 and beyond. So that's what we're looking for. Pound dollar again crossed the 23% fib. Nice little move there. Pulled back, chopped around, did a bunch of stuff, and it's finally making the move to that 38% fib and into that missed daily pivot. So looking to get short on the pound dollar somewhere in this general vicinity here. Probably a little tiny bit higher. I wouldn't mind to get in a little bit closer to the 61.8. You can see that kind of coincides with some levels back here, and that's also the 200 moving average right there. So it doesn't have that much further to go. Another 60 pips, which it may or may not get there, but I would like to get short somewhere 155.50 to 155.75 area, again with stops above the highs here. So we're going to look at about 120, 130 pip stops on those. The Aussie dollar here is doing kind of the same type of deal. It's finally bottoming out here a little bit. We've got to get above that 23% fib before we have any kind of meaningful retracement. So that's still a couple of pips away, like 50 or so. So it's a good little distance. But if we do get above that 23% fib, we should see some nice movement to the upside. But for the moment, I'm going to watch and see if this Aussie will break lower. Just break the low right here, which is around 91.55-ish area, or if we can get back up above 92.55. So we're kind of right in the middle of both of those. I think the Aussie's going to head much lower. It's definitely proven to break some incredible lows and have some pretty strong downward force. But let's watch for that retracement. And again, the first part of that will begin above 92.50. So just keep that in mind. Yen pairs have gotten a little bit choppy. Euro yen and pound yen are kind of, you can see these charts are kind of all over the place. They've done some nice little fib runs. The euro yen has run up across, excuse me, across the 23% fib, dipped down, and it's pulling back just a little bit. We'll probably very likely hit that 12800 area again, and if this does break, that could be a great opportunity to get short on the breakout of this trend line and of this support right there. So watch for the break of 12800 to get short on the euro yen. Otherwise, a break of the high, that kind of stuff might work as well, but I'm not doing too much on the yen pairs just yet. So on this move up right here, the pound yen has reached the 38% fib, and it's bouncing up nicely. Again, not too much on the yen pairs right now. I'm just kind of sitting back on those ones. I think that the movements are a little choppy, and I think we have some very, very excellent opportunities in Aussie dollar, euro dollar, and pound dollar. So remember, once we get these shorts that I'm referring to, I think we should be able to have minimum 150 pip runs to the downside on both of these once we win and if we do get into these trades. The pound's moving up nicely, so I'll just be looking for that opportunity to get short between 155.50 and 155.75. And euro dollar again, around 132.80, 13300 area is kind of where I'll be looking to get short on that one. And we'll be keeping our eye on all of that. Let's definitely keep our eye on equities markets as well and see how those are behaving. Gold is making this crazy intense run right here, and has moved down incredibly in the last couple of days. About $100 it's moved down, so $13.75 to just a little bit above $12.75 right now. Nice big move there. We don't really have anything on gold until we go way out here. We can't see any, even any good support levels unless we go back to the low here of about $250 up to the high of 1915, and you can see that we're just right at that 38% fib, and very possibly headed into that 50, which is all the way down at about 1085. So we'll keep our eye on that. We'll see where that one goes. But for the moment, great opportunities on euro dollar, pound dollar, Aussie dollar pairs. So let's be ready for those and hopefully get some nice movements out of them. Thanks a bunch, everyone. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at DayTradersFX, and I'll see you guys all in the live chat.